Yeah, maybe it's tennis elbow.
Yeah, you've been hitting the court a lot.
Why don't you come over and check my
Just
back?
out there in your white skirt, just
My backhand. Hey, oh. Look at you, you weebles. Hey, what's happening, everybody? It's Ike from Flipside Music, and welcome to What the F.A.Q. episode, or season 3, episode
19.
And I'm here with
Dylan.
also from Flipside.
Also from Flipside. Right. Also from.
So, quick weekly question and answer show. You ask us a question, we give you an answer. And round we go.
Yep.
All right.
World keeps on spinning.
Yep, and we got some new questioners.
New questioners, some return questioners.
Right, some of the standards, like Mr. Coombs.
These are
I
all
think it's his
pretty good
birthday,
this week, too. Oh, is it today?
I don't know. I thought I saw somebody say happy birthday.
Yeah, well, happy birthday, Ben.
Happy birthday, buddy. What are you now? And then we'll just leave it.
Yeah.
And then he's got to answer.
Yeah, you gotta let us know.
It's like long pause.
Just
Sitting waiting.
yeah. Too bad I couldn't get him to interject a video real quick. But
We could probably just text them.
Yeah.
Probably send us one over. All right, so go ahead. Let's go. First question.
all right, we'll start with Walking Dead. He said, important guitar question here. If you could only drink one beer or one brand of beer for the rest of your life, what beer would you choose? That's
Okay.
well. If you get a brand, does that? I guess.
Brand covers.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say, does that mean you get everything
You said
included?
brand.
Yeah,
That's what.
included in the brand. Yeah.
Right. So I think I already got mine. Because I don't know a ton of brands. I mean, I do. I know enough. But
Yeah, I mean, that's tough. Well,
because
you go
we
ahead.
go
Yeah.
with whatever we want. So I think I would probably go with New Belgium. Because I really like Fat Tire.
Okay.
And I really like 1554.
Yeah.
That's their dark ale.
Yeah,
And then
that's a really good pick.
They got some other good ones, so I would go with that. Now, granted, we live in Colorado, so there's a bajillion breweries here, so we could pick some rando thing.
That is, yeah.
But if we had to pick something that was not super,
That's tough.
boutique or super small,
Well, it's weird too because that one you're right. That would probably be the best overall for most variety. For
Right,
me,
'cause then
like
you
it's
can
tough because it
change it up a
excludes
little.
one of my favorite. Because like there's an Italian beer, Moretti's, that I really like.
Zig.
It's kind of a red. Yeah.
Zig.
What are you barking at, buddy?
Ziggo.
Hey, just customers.
I appreciate your tenacity. Relax, buddy. You're not on the clock yet.
It's not
We're doing
Harley
business.
impersonation day. Stop it.
He's like, I smell something. something evil came in.
But anyway, yeah, it would exclude one of my favorites. But yeah, I think you're right. New Belgium would probably.
They cover a
That'd be
lot
a
of
good
ground
pick.
and it's good stuff. I really like Fat Tire. Like I said, I like
Yeah.
1554 because it's a dark ale. Mm-hmm. They have some other really good ones,
Yeah,
too.
they do some ambers every once in a while, like kind of seasonal stuff that are always really good. So, like some
Or we could
variants
just
of the.
pick one that doesn't, they only make one beer. Kind of like the guy that gave us shit on our advertising.
Yeah. Oh, you
guys
know
don't
what?
have anything in your store that's worth
Right.
any guitar players
Yeah,
want.
that no real guitarists use, and
Yeah,
it's like,
and he mentions 3 things that only sell
Yeah.
direct, and we're like,
well, yeah, we have like
okay, fella.
over 1,000 pedals.
But
Who knows how
not-
many amps and guitars? And yeah, we don't have anything that real guitarists use. But
That was funny.
yeah,
All right, anyway, moving on.
yeah. What
Or
was that
do-
cherry beer? Remember that cherry beer
yeah.
Mike gave us? If you had to pick just one, that one would be it because that was like a piece
that
of
was
cherry
tasty.
pie in a bottle. That was amazing.
With beer.
With beer, a beerified version of cherry pie.
That was good stuff.
Beerify my cherry pie.
Beer pie, cherry pie. Oh, okay. So Ben Coombs, happy birthday again, Ben. So Ben asks, is there still a good affordable nylon string guitar out there, sub 400? So nylon like classical?
I believe that's what he means. Yeah.
Okay, so I would say the Yamaha.
That's
gonna
funny.
be
That's
the way to
exactly
go.
what I was gonna say.
That's probably
yeah.
best bang for your buck. Is the
Yeah, Yamaha. And, we haven't had one in, but Takamine actually makes one too.
Yeah.
So yeah, both of those. I think the Takamine one's sub 400. I don't know that for sure, but yeah, the Yamaha like entry level classical guitar. Every one of them we've ever had has been pretty damn solid.
Been nice.
Yeah, and especially we get a lot of them through Blue Star, and so yeah, we've worked on several of them over the years, and they've all been really good.
Good stuff.
Yeah, for the money.
For the dough, yes.
And I can't say we're experts on classical, but they always played nice, and that's all that really matters. So.
And your rendition of Flight of the Bumblebee is astounding.
Yeah, hover of the bumblebee. It's like real slow.
Death of the Bumblebee.
Yeah, just slowly, like every 4 seconds, gets like 25% slower until it just
stops. Yeah. Is that how it goes now? Okay, so nothing here says if you could create a rig with a guitar, amp, and a few pedals from what you have in the store at this very moment, what would you choose?
So that's a tough one. That is a tough one. I almost feel like
stuff in here.
Well, I almost feel like we'd have to. That would almost just be like a video, but.
Well, the problem. Okay, we got good stuff. We can answer this, but the problem is, there's a couple rigs that I would like that we could create. Like we got a Rev one, we got a Generator 120,
right?
Which is killer. Which we could pair up with the Red Bear 412, which would be a killer combo.
Well, even the
for metally bits.
Yeah, well,
we got the Dr. Z's. We got a vintage Super Reverb.
Well, the 212. Yeah, I mean, actually, that one's a little. Well, the Rev would definitely be my pick for most versatility for the money. Yeah, I mean, I guess if we're not going to have a budget on this,
there's no budget. It's just
I
what
think
would you put together?
Yeah, I think somebody tried to put a budget like in the comment under his, but if we don't have a budget, definitely the Rev. Guitar wise, I mean that's tough.
Guitar wise, I might go off the beaten trail though.
Well, like I feel like the ones that I've really liked that we've had, I've ended up being lucky enough to have. So, like, because I really love my Strat, I really love, and like I said, I haven't had I guess I play more Les Pauly Explorer type guitars, but since I've had Pickles, I don't really like have that need anymore. It's like it's not even to me like Pickles nails that sound so much that it doesn't. But it's like having a Les Paul that doesn't look like a Les Paul and it's fun. So that itch isn't there anymore. So that makes it a little, because I was gonna say that 335 from Heritage, because that's the only, it's like not anything I've ever had before.
Yeah, that's a killer guitar.
Yeah, or 355, right? That's the
535.
535. That's what they call it. Sorry. Yeah, I always get that messed up because it makes me think of the EQ.
Oh yeah. See, that's the whole thing. It's like I wouldn't mind that Pete Anderson Reverend. That thing is killer.
Yeah.
I mean, I compared that with this Super Reverb and then our Univibe.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And then a 74 from LPD.
Oh,
so that would be drive.
You'd have
that
a
would be me.
Yeah.
And then I would probably take...
well, yeah, I was going to say, asking me about pedals at this point.
An EP boost. Well, just keep it basic. We can go on.
Yeah.
On and on. But probably EP boost, 74 from LPD. I would do the Univibe.
Yeah.
And that, I think, would cover a lot of good ground for me. No, I need a delay in there, too, probably, somewhere. Because I already got reverb. But
yeah,
I put
if
a delay
anything,
just to have one.
Yeah, if anything, I would probably struggle right now with the cabinet situation, but that's not as big of a thing. So for me, like pedals, I mean, I already have them, so that one's pretty easy. Unicorn, Grand Orbiter, I'd do the Demogorgon Deluxe for fuzz.
Why not the Univibe?
Well, just because I feel like that one's not actually, like, for sale. I mean...
It doesn't matter. It's here. He said, what's
all right, well, fine. Yeah, okay.
My lawyer says,
no, that's
according
true.
to my... Listen,
that is true.
As your counsel, I would like to explain to you
that
it doesn't say anything about what's not for sale.
That's true. So, okay, so real Univibe then. I mean, I'd still, Grand Orbiter's still probably my favorite phaser in the shop at the moment.
Yeah, that's solid.
Yeah, I was just saying, Fuzz, I mean, Demogorgon Deluxe, on top of that, like...
I would pick one of those, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd have to throw that in there. Sorry.
Oh, I really, Fuzz Face, I'd really love the Ren and Cuff Fuzz, like the Your Face, that one's a solid one. Reverb on it, honestly, the Walrus R1, like that one, if you're going to have a reverb that does a lot of stuff, can't beat that one right now. And then I really do love the Volante for delay.
Volante, yeah. That's a lot of good high-end stuff.
Yeah.
I think that's just a tough question. We can go on, and it also would depend on what we wanted to do.
And now I sort of want to plug the 535 into my rig and see what what that would actually sound like. Yeah.
So we're going to do the yodeling pickle. Into the Demogorgon.
We got to do that. We got to figure that one. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do that as a video. You guys are
hit the octave switch.
What are they talking about? We got a yodeling pickle.
Yes.
We have silly things all.
It arrived on National Pickle Appreciation Day.
Yeah, which was bizarre.
Yeah.
And we got to make a video of that, like putting into a fuzz.
Yes.
It's going to be pretty cool. You guys will see
And a pitch shifter.
when we get to it. We got a lot of stuff going on, too, so.
Right.
Okay, so next question.
Jeffrey Egan. Hopefully I'm saying that last name correctly.
Sounds right.
Egan. Question, he said, I've been using 10 to 46 gauge strings for forever. Recently tried Stringjoy's 10 to 48 hybrid set. Says he's really liking those, but he's looking for a set of he's trying a set of pure nickels that are 11 to 48. And he's wondering if heavier gauge strings would be better on 25.5 inch scale length than a shorter scale. And then kind of another question on top of that was, would the pure nickel string sound better on a bright guitar? So okay. First question, in terms of the 11 to 48 set, I mean, the heavier you go, the more string tension you're going to get, essentially. So
right, so they would work pretty well on a Les Paul. You're going to get a decent amount of tension, but it's not going to be unreasonable. Right. 11 on a Strat or a Tele.
It can be a lot. I mean, a lot of guys do it, like Zach DeBono does it.
But some guys just tune down half step too. So then that equals out,
balances it out
a little of that balance. That could also work too if you're, playing slide and stuff like that because you got a little more tension.
Right. Well, and honestly, if you're a rhythm guy and you have a heavy picking hand, having heavier strings can be pretty beneficial. Honestly, even if you have a heavy fretting hand too, because I've noticed a lot of people, if they play light strings and they're not used to it, especially on medium jumbo frets,
you're sharpening.
They're always sharpening they're always sharpening every note. So it's just doesn't work. And then, for me, like it does. It's all about tuning, like you said. If you're going to E flat, then I actually like the 10 to 46, 10 to 48 stuff for E flat. If you're going to go down to D, the 10 to 52 set's really good. If you're going to go to C, 11 to 52 is really good. It just kind of depends on what you like. And then, honestly, the longer I've been playing, the lighter I've gotten with my strings. Because I used to be pretty much 11s or higher across the board. And now I'm getting into more like 9s and stuff. Just because, I think B.B. King was right.
We got those 7s.
Yeah, well, I haven't gone that far yet.
We got the Dunlop 7 Reverend Bullies.
But it really doesn't make sense because I didn't realize, too, like B.B. King was... in junction, when he was also talking about the not working harder, he was also, I guess, struggled with arthritis from a pretty early age. So it made sense, like playing lighter strings, you're not going to work your hands as hard. You're not going to make the arthritis worse. Right. And arthritis runs in my family, so I've always been, especially in the hands and thumbs. So that's always something I've worried about.
I've always just played 10s.
Yeah, it's funny because
straight across, that's.
Well, I almost think too it might be a generational thing because people born like in between our age group. No. I'm saying like people usually in your age group and my age group do tend to use like 9s and 10s for the most part. But people born in between us when like Stevie was at his all-time high. Yeah. Like people just like
they about go to 10 years. Yeah. Some of the heavier stuff.
Yeah, they always tend to play because like I meet a lot of those guys. They're always like playing 11s and 12s, 13s even, and I'm like I feel like it's a generational thing for some reason because most guys like younger than me. Don't seem to be playing heavy strings unless they're playing, really low tunings. So.
Right. No, I can agree with that.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. Oh, and then the other question was also, would the pure nickel strings sound better on a naturally bright sounding guitar?
That's subjective, but I think yes.
Yeah, so, the nickels are going to take a little bit of the top end off.
Right.
It's going to take a little bit of that, I don't know what I want to say, chime, but it might take a little bit of that top.
Well, no, it really is because
I like pure nickels or Monels, but I only like them on if I got a couple tellies that are bright,
right?
And it's mostly because the guitar and the pickup combination makes it bright. So if I put Monels or pure nickels on it, it kind of brings
rounds it.
It rounds it off, and I'm like, all right, that's more where I want to be because I like stuff I don't want the super crispy, chimey, spacey, dealy things. That's not what I'm playing. So
I've used pure nickels and the Monels for so long that the most recent time that I tried just a regular set of like the standard nickel wound stuff that does have a more of a hybrid in terms of the steel content going on. I was actually pretty surprised at how much brighter it seemed to me personally. Like I know that it probably wasn't that much, but it seemed noticeably brighter to me. So I think now my ear is just accustomed to having that,
to playing those.
Yeah, that slightly because it's something around. It's got to be like the 16, 20K range, like that high, like beyond treble. is where like
got
it
a little
just
bit on the
shaves it
top.
off. Yeah, to where you just don't get that piercing stuff all the time.
And on a telly or even some Strats,
Yeah.
I like it on a Strat because Strats can be thin.
Right.
At least that's the way I kind of perceive it. But if you have those, it warms it up a little bit. You got a little bit of drive on there, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, okay.
Yes.
There we
Yeah,
go.
because like Strats, like I feel like it really warms them up like significantly just going to the pure nickels, and especially if you want to play stuff that's a little more classic.
Yeah.
Like if you're playing metal or something, like you probably want bright, like the brighter you want more cut. So yeah.
All right. So next question comes from Terry GGG. What are the bases behind Dylan, and how has the bass stuff been selling this year for us guys?
Well, pretty good. Honestly, you guys have probably, if you guys have been watching, obviously you've seen the ever expanding bass section.
Yeah, we definitely got a lot of. I went a little crazy.
Yeah, I guess Terry said we missed this one from like a few weeks ago.
Oh, sorry.
So I'm hoping everything's roughly in the same spot. But basically all these guys right here are going to be all of our Spectres right here. And then...
Got some Warwicks
yeah,
right there.
the Warwicks right here.
Got a couple Fender guys up there.
Yep.
Reverend, Watt Plower up there.
And then all the Squire stuff and GNL stuff is kind of right over here, but I don't know, might not be able to see that.
Yeah,
far.
they probably can't see that.
Yeah.
'Cause I can't. Well, this, maybe. I don't know. GNL, Squire, Fender,
Right.
Warwick, Spectre. If you need one, you know where to find us. We got some cool...
Yeah.
I just worked a deal with FedEx for shipping to Canada, so...
Nice. And I would say bass stuff's actually been selling pretty damn well for us. I mean,
We've moved a lot of basses.
yeah, a lot of
this
basses,
year.
a lot of small bass amps. A lot of guitar players that were in quarantine were buying basses this year, so that was like I feel like a pretty big push was not like a lot of just straight up new bass players, but a lot of people picking it up that maybe hadn't previously in terms of, they play other instruments, but they don't necessarily play bass.
Right. And this one's been really cool. This is the GNL short scale.
Yeah, the
Fallout
Fallout bass.
Yeah. You got to spin it upwards. Oh, well, there you go.
Spin it upwards.
You know, yeah. Little Rapper's Delight. This one's really been a very popular model too, though.
Yeah,
It's so
the
fun.
short scale stuff actually this year has been pretty popular. Yeah, towards if we're gonna include like part of last year as in like this year, especially we had a huge bass surge right around April, May last year. So I mean that was probably when we got the biggest push, and then now we're finally actually pretty stocked up. We actually have a few more. We
got you some that just came in.
yeah, we
from
got some Sterling stuff. So now like we're starting to get some of the
Stingrays
Music
and
Man. Yeah. So yeah, no, the bass stuff's. Well, there's not really a lot of, because if you guys obviously are not in Denver, you might not know. There's not really a bass specific shop anymore. So not that we're trying to do that, but we're trying to watch out for the bass players at least.
Just want to make sure we got our bass friends are covered.
Yep. So every guitar
And what
player
I
needs a good bass player behind him.
So here's a cool thing that I just found out that I didn't know is the Fender Rumbles. Mm-hmm. So you know who's been kind of designing that stuff? Is Aguilar. He sold Aguilar and he works for Fender now.
Oh,
That's why
why everything's kind of changing now.
That's why the
okay.
Well, it's been a few years, but that's why the Rumble sound
Has gotten better.
as good as they do.
That makes sense too in terms of the big switch when they started lightening up the cabinets and the speakers and everything. So makes sense. Anyway, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. We basically started this when we opened, so
Yeah.
looks like there's Mr. Ziggy. You been up to shenanigans up front, buddy? Shenaniganery. I don't know, by the smile on his face, I'm thinking yeah. Does that mean rough specific? But anyway, yeah, I guess we should probably call it good so you can
Right at the lag on it. F-bomb right in the last second.
Had to squeeze one in there.
Yep. All right, that's it, right?
Yep, pretty much.
Sorry, I'm distracted today.
Yeah, we got a dog and bases and
There's stuff
customers
going on and everything's happening.
Yeah.
Normal stuff.
Normal Saturday morning.
But we appreciate you guys hanging out with us, and we'll have more updates on what's happening with the building here pretty soon and some other cool stuff that's going on. So we'll catch you guys on the flip side.